This week's update made possible by Sparky's Eatery, breakfast, lunch, bakery. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's jump in.
All right, ready to go.
Welcome, Mike.
Yeah, thank you, Jack.
Today, this is a special show, because I know you like treats.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay? Yeah, I got a treat for you.
I mean, I think it's mandatory.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Got a treat for you.
Now, have you been baking?
No, but Sparky's was, and this show's
thank
brought
you,
to us by Sparky's. These are special.
It's a little sticky.
These are pecan sticky buns.
I love those
These
things.
are absolutely amazing, and so Devin, that will be here right after Mike, will be here to talk all about how that Sparky's came about and their sticky buns and some things like that. So this will be kind of fun. Yes.
Reminds me of an old Alec Baldwin skit on Saturday Night Live.
Don't go there.
It's very similar.
Yeah, I know. For those of you that know that skit,
we're done. We're done talking about that.
We'll leave that one alone.
All right.
We'll do that on the late night show.
Yeah.
Yes. A bunch of things happened this week, huh?
Had a good week.
Had
a good week, yeah.
I wanted to first jump off with that we did our first live school board meeting this week, and I completely jacked it up. Something went horribly wrong, and I got, I think, no less than about 40 text messages saying, the audio's not working. It was crystal clear to me that the audio wasn't working, but you can't just tell the board to stop talking a minute while I fix it. So I was struggling and finally got it working. And
yeah, good luck telling those guys to stop talking.
Yeah, that doesn't work well.
That wouldn't, no.
All right, I'm gonna let you just jump in.
Okay.
Because you got a whole bunch of important stuff.
Probably the biggest news is the CDC guidelines that are new.
Yes, those just come out yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah.
Or today?
Well, they were talked about yesterday. These came out about I don't have a watch, but probably 15 minutes ago at best.
Yes.
And so I have read through them briefly, but basically what it does is allow us to modify our quarantining of close contacts. Positive cases, stuff like that, none of that's changed.
Right.
And it's only limited to classroom exposure, not to PE, sports, other activities. So it's got some pretty narrow boundaries. But there's some other things in there that I believe that students riding the bus would be considered essential for instruction, which I think that would be a mistake to have someone that's close contact riding the bus. So we're going to have to
tidy it up a little.
Yeah, these are not suggestions, but recommendations that you do not have to. This is not a mandatory policy. You do not have to change anything you're doing. I know that we've had a lot of discussions in board meetings and just in general where we've got kids that are out for 2 months. So far, in the 6 months we've been in school.
That was a long discussion on the board meeting yesterday about that.
Yeah, and we've had kids that are out that never have tested positive and have had multiple days out of school. So So
this fixes that, sort of.
I think it gives you the potential. And this, I don't know if you can call this breaking news when you're taping, but this would be breaking news. Again, I think there's some things that a suggestion made to me was that I would not say that I came up with this on my own, but that the parents could opt in, and we would have to maybe assess some time for school nurse or the teachers to monitor the students a little bit more. So we might be able to replace quarantining with monitoring in some situations.
The big one, and stop me if I'm going off track here, but the big one is that if you are declared close contact, you don't have to quarantine. As long as you follow the rule,
right. There's some guidelines.
6 feet, mask, all that stuff.
Situational.
You can continue to stay in school.
Situational stuff. It only refers to classroom.
If you have no, what do you call it? If you're not showing signs of
symptoms.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. It does not change any of the guidelines for someone that's tested positive or shows symptoms. None of that has changed.
Correct.
I think it's given folks an opportunity to not miss so much face-to-face instruction time if you've never shown it positive. And there's been very little evidence to show that you can really know when a student, if we quarantine a student and then later on they were to show symptoms of having the COVID, then what's the level of certainty that you would have that they actually were infected by the positive test. So I think all of that gray area has resulted in these new guidelines.
Very good.
So again, we'll study them and go through them. I already called Shelley, Nurse Shelley. She does. I would tell you a big reason we don't have spread is because Miss Shelley stays on top of things.
And she has some exciting news from the board meeting also, wasn't it? Am I jumping ahead?
Well, which exciting news was that?
Well, with Dr. Farrell.
Oh, yes. Yes, we've kind of talked about, so let's talk about that now.
Let's do that.
Let's just do
Coming up now.
Yeah, more breaking video news is Charlie Farrell has consented to work as the school's medical director. It's not like a paid position that we added or anything, but he will oversee our testing part of the where we can actually give those rapid 15-minute tests to our staff. There's some discussion about students as well, which would, if we were to do the change in the close contact, then we might go through with the parents' consent if they wanted their child to stay in school, that on day 2 and whatever. Remember back in the past we had multiple days by quarantining on site. So maybe we could implement some of those rules to where a student could be tested and monitored closely for a period of time, and at that point we would be able to identify kids that were starting to show symptoms or to.
That would be really cool to be able to do it right there.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
are now able to do it for staff and teachers. But
this allows us. This deal with Dr. Farrell, who get another reason that we have been so successful is we just have Dr. Sarah, Dr. Farrell. They have been so supportive and so helpful and letting us know and helping us carry the torch when we said no, you can't come back without a doctor's note. That they relented in participating. That again, the overall cooperation with the community in every way is a big part of why I believe have been successful in that. Because everyone's just really pitched in, not always liking it, but always
there's always something. But for the most part,
is the juice worth the squeeze? And for most parts, everyone's jumped in and helped us with that.
Okay. Sorry, I got you off order.
No, there's no like real. Pattern to this whatsoever. So and we talked about this at the board meeting. The walking track at the EEC has really done so much better than I ever anticipated that it would. And we currently have 37. I actually signed 2 more cards today, so that would probably make us at 39 people that use the walking track of an evening, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
That before the building was even built, I think it was right after I did that the first We're Going In video with the foundation, there was a mention of a walking track, and from that day forward I was getting approached all the time about oh my God, what walking track, what's it going to be? And so it's now there, and use it and use it.
And we are we had a game Monday night, and Jalissa, who is just a doll, she does a phenomenal job. She does so well interacting with people and taking care of folks. So we've on a regular night without a game, like Wednesday night, which is today, they would not have to worry about anybody else in the center. So she works out of the ticket booth. But on those other nights, she just moves over to the conference room, and people can come in, get their lanyards, do their walk, and you never miss a night.
Nice.
So,
well, I'm glad people are using it. Yes.
Yeah, and I haven't seen anyone doing this though, so
they may be. The game.
They may be watching.
Okay. If you're walking, you can't watch the game.
We'll have to do like those deals where they take your license plate and we'll send them a ticket fee.
Oh,
because we saw them.
The
some
thing
of
that
the
flashes and takes a picture. Okay.
Right.
Good.
So if you get a done in the mail, you need to pay that. But again, 39 folks using that. So and I keep asking for this. I have got no responses. So I'm assuming that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 or 6 to 9:20 is working for everybody. If not, please let me know if we need to look at mornings or more times of the evening. I don't know if with 40 walkers that potentially up there that actually is maybe getting kind of crowded.
It's probably getting tight.
I'm sure they're not all.
If you're interested in another night or a weekend or something, you need to email Dr. Woods, and email is in the description of this video. So check that out and drop him a note. Tell him what you think.
Okay, food pantry. Matt asked me to mention the food pantry. Matt Means Middle School. Will you advertise the district-wide food pantry is available? Contact Lindsay Jones at the middle school. And also, we have some issues if you're parking over on the football side of Mitchell, which would be the east side, and letting your kids out to go across the road, please stop. That's putting them in a great deal of danger because they're running between cars and buses of a morning. And we have
This is morning drop-off.
Morning drop-off.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if you're dropping them off,
You got to slow down
evening,
to drop the kid
yes,
off, okay? You don't just
yes,
fling
so-
the door open. Yeah.
But we have designated drop-off areas that are well lit, covered, and all that stuff. So please drop them off in the appropriate area because it does put them in danger because the bus drivers are looking to the school side, watching students as they exit the bus. And if your child's running across the road from the east, you're going to run between the buses, and there's potential to
Bad
have
situation.
a bad situation occur. So,
All right.
so please follow the guidelines for where to drop your children off. The last executive order that Governor Stitt issued with limiting the number of participants at indoor sports has expired today. We
Really?
understand. So when we go to homecoming Friday night, that has been lifted. So we don't have any restrictions on people coming into the dome.
Awesome.
Which worked out really, really well.
So we can have anybody that would like to come and see homecoming.
Anybody with the $5
Nice.
or whatever, I actually don't know what the cost is. One other good thing about being superintendent is I've never paid for a game. I've got in everything on my pass, so I don't have any idea what it costs. And
Well, I use my
hope it's
media
reasonable.
pass, so I don't know what it is
Yeah,
either. But
so
yeah.
we're two guys who shouldn't be talking about paying to get in. So, but I don't know if I'm supposed to tell this. I think this is a flyer they sent out. But for homecoming, the freshman attendant is Taryn Yeck and Jael Torres.
Okay.
Sophomore attendant and sophomore escort are Chloe Moery and Seth Schovanec. Junior attendant, junior escort are Cassidy Amburn and Christian Rodriguez. By the way, Christian, you still owe me a dunk. He said he could do it. I have yet to collect that, and we're running short. Homecoming would be a really appropriate
It'll be
time.
televised, and we could see
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, Christian Tovar could do one as well. But senior queen candidate and senior king candidate, Lindsay Meek and Christian Tovar. Senior queen and senior king and Hunter Miller and Wade Vinson. Senior queen and senior, these are all king and queen candidates. Gracie Mills and Juan Dominguez. Desiree Mosby and Noah Murray are also candidates. Flower Girl and Crown Bearer, who usually steal the show because they're way cuter than even the queen and the king,
Yes.
are Ellie Sipe and Joel Robles. And
Well, congratulations, candidates, and good
yes,
luck.
good luck on that.
That's Friday night. At what time does that start?
Okay, so here, this is different this year. If you've been ignoring us up to now, pay attention at this point because there's a homecoming pep assembly January 15th, Friday, January 15th at 1:15 to 2 o'clock.
And it's at the event center.
At the Eagle Event Center. High school and middle school students will be in attendance. Parents, Eagle fans, please wear a mask and practice social distancing while attending the pep assembly. So it appears that parents and fans can come to the homecoming assembly.
Okay.
That's, I think, kind of new.
Yeah, because we weren't letting any. Well,
I don't know about
yeah,
like the pep
you
assemblies
were
during
able
the
to.
day.
Well, I don't know about pep assembly because
Yeah.
that's considered a school event,
Right.
and it wasn't open.
And
to
it's
the
during the
public.
school day, not afterwards and all.
So
But-
it looks
but
like it is open.
Yeah. Or maybe just if you're hanging out at the house, put your mask and stuff on and just do it at the house if you can't actually.
If you're
attend the
watching
pep
on,
assembly.
like if they broadcast it, you can
Yeah.
put your mask on while watching the TV.
Yeah, because you don't want to violate any social distancing or mask rules for the homecoming pep assembly. The homecoming game is that Friday night, January 15th at 6:30, and then at 8, which girls are 6:30, boys at 8 versus OBA. And then homecoming coronation, which typically was either prior or between games, will actually follow the boys' game, which started at 8. So it will be a
gonna be late at night.
Yes, it will be a late night
I might have to send Mariana over there
coronation.
and do that.
Yeah,
one.
yeah, she doesn't need sleep anyway. So just keep that in mind that if you're coming for homecoming, normally you'd come at 4:30 to get a good seat for the homecoming coronation at 6. Well, that's not going to be till 8:30, or probably what 9:30, 9:15, 9:30, something like that.
I need to
from
run the
coronation.
boys through the shower before they come out and do this.
Yeah. I mean, there probably needs to be some sort of, or what's that cologne you spray on? Axe?
Yeah, Axe or something. We'll hose them down a little bit or whatever.
On the Axe drench.
I'll use my long lens so I don't have to get close.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, guys.
But I think part of that was honestly for the young ladies who particularly care probably more about how their attire is and how they look than the gentlemen.
That'll give them time to get cleaned up and put their
right.
Yeah.
Right. You know, when I was coaching at Vice, we had a practice policy: no makeup on the bus.
Really?
They could take their whole little tackle boxes full of stuff, but the hairspray and all that stuff on a bus headed to the ceiling was just overwhelming.
You. Yeah.
So again, this is homecoming, so it's going to be here. Yep. So you would not have that long bus ride with folks using different beauty aids. So. CDC guidelines, probably the big thing. Homecoming, walkers, Dr. Farrell doing the medical director testing, district food pantry. Okay.
All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Mike.
All right.
The headlines this week
the
was
Republican in the room.
Mike has retired.
Yeah, I have retired.
So we want this. What's the story? What's the scoop?
Oh, I started considering this a ways back. You know, I had a wreck a few years back, and it seems like it's been forever ago, but it was just last November. And then that kind of made me start thinking about it, and I told the board there was the potential that would happen in the December meeting, and went through Christmas and kind of got back and just had a piece that was where I needed to be, and so
this was well planned, long in advance. This wasn't something that came from this board meeting where
no,
there was some speculation that but that wasn't the case.
No. And I've offered and I think it's pretty well known. We were talking about at the board meeting that should we're in tough times with the COVID and everything, and so maybe you didn't want to hire somebody new right now. I would stay for another year. I'm gonna go ahead and retire, which would mean I'd reduce my salary significantly and stay another year, which would help us out financially, but also would allow someone to come in a little better times a year after that. But again, that's the board's discretion. That's just an offer. So again, maybe we got somebody new next month. We'll set them up for the video.
Well, we were talking after the executive session. They come out and they announced what was going on. I told the board that the person they hire has to be able to do this show.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? Comments in the thing. So if we get a new superintendent, he needs to do this show.
Or she.
Yeah.
He or she.
He or she. Yes. Good point.
And maybe they would just set up a green screen behind them, and you could do this the interview could be kind of like a video.
Yeah.
And you could. What if we videoed everybody and everyone voted on who they wanted?
We could do that.
Yeah.
See who has the best on-camera presence.
Yeah. It'd be like a screen test. I'm like America's Idol type thing.
Yep. You could vote.
And they would all get like a ticket, an Eagle ticket, and to see if they got to go on. If they didn't get a ticket, they knew they weren't.
Well, they could all hold up numbers.
Yeah.
But
the ones that were considered for the position would get one ticket, and they would get like another round of interviews, and the people that didn't get it would just go home.
It's getting
because they're not getting the job. So.
Yes, but you're going to be, regardless, you're going to be here through the end of June.
Yes.
June 30th.
Yeah, last day would be June 30th.
And then if the board feels they need help, you're going to hang around.
I'll stay around and do whatever the help. I love to hear this has been a great spot for us. And they could hire Johnny the Monkey to do my job, because you got Timberly, Ginger, and Randy, and they're kind of like our secret weapon. Very few folks know that they run the school anyway.
Yeah.
So this would just be, again, kind of the face of the office. So, but be here for the rest of this year, and then again whatever the board wants to do after that.
Very cool.
So
awesome. Well, is that it?
You exhausted my list.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll I guess don't forget about homecoming this Friday, and be certain to go by Sparky's and tell them that you saw their sticky buns on the Hennessey School Update Show.
I don't know. Think that through.
The name, they have sticky rolls. That's it. Yeah.
Perfect.
And then head over to allaboutHennessey.com and get your Hennessey Post newspaper subscription, and stay with
How's
us. What? Go ahead.
How's that going?
Doing really well.
How close are you to printing?
We're in negotiations with printing right now.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it's going good. Yeah.
Good deal.
The momentum is far greater than I anticipated. There truly is a missing link in town as far as news. You know, they love what we're doing anyway, but the actual paper, and we passed 1,000 subscribers.
Fantastic.
I guess it was during Christmas we went over 1,000. So we have 1,000 unsolicited subscribers to the digital version.
Yeah, I just tell you, working at Hennessey School, we get spoiled to how great we have it because we don't always know what's going on around us. And same thing about living in Hennessey. Just the cooperation and the community connectedness is just phenomenal. So.
Well, and you've made it easy to communicate with the school. That
we work well together.
Never had that before.
Yeah.
And,
we get the Hennessey United, and we CAT, the Mr. Alliance. We all work together. We would have not had a dome had we not had that kind of stuff. So.
Something that a lot of people don't know is I think it was Mike's first day in Hennessey. He came to a city council meeting, and that's where I met him. Like the first day, he was out in the public meeting people.
I think that was with Jimmy Birkenbaugh, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I haven't seen him since.
That was
How's
pretty
he
neat.
doing?
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Selling propane or something. I don't know.
He's got gas.
He does.
Okay.
Yes. Stay tuned. Devin with Sparky's will be here in a minute to tell us all about Sparky's and their sticky buns. We'll be back. Be sure to head over to sparkyseatery.com and order online. Drive through and pick it up. Sparky's Eatery. And we're back! And I have a very special guest that no one has ever met before unless you drive up to the window at Sparky's. This is Devin Brown.
Hello, everybody.
Say hi, Devin. You had an interesting story. You're from Heavener, Oklahoma?
Heavener.
Heave with a V.
With a V. It's a little slice of heaven with an ER. That's what they like to say.
Oh, that's really funny. And your background is in like serious restaurant type
It is.
thing.
I've been working in the restaurant business since I was 15.
Really?
And I've started working on my own, doing some catering things later in life, and then moved to Hennessey and
Ended
started
up in
here.
Hennessey, working in the oil field, and then turned into a restaurateur. And the other half of this equation, the namesake, is Lori Sparks. She's over there.
She won't come on camera.
She's very camera shy. You know, there are no photos in existence of Lori. I've been over to the store many times to take a picture, and it was like pew, out the back door. So, all right, well, you can go to the drive-up window and see Lori. This was a very unique little restaurant for a town like Hennessey. What were you thinking? It's a serious hit, but it's, yeah.
I worked at a place in Northwest Arkansas that did sandwiches, pizzas, and salads and soups. And it was very popular in Northwest Arkansas. When I moved to Hennessey, there wasn't anything like that except going to Enid to McAllister's. So I thought, we need something like that because I like sandwiches, salads, pizzas, and soups.
Yep.
I mean, there's little places, but nothing like we do, I don't think. So
if you've ever eaten there, it is very McAllister's-like.
It is very McAllister's-like.
The prep, the food, the quality, everything is very, very similar.
It is very similar. A lot of the menu items are based on the company that I worked for in Northwest Arkansas. I don't want to name drop. So I worked for this company, and the owner of this company was the originator of McAllister's, who sold the McAllister's
Really?
a long time ago and started this new company.
you
So
go.
you got Google, you can find out.
You could figure out what the name of the restaurant
And
is.
you can look at
Everybody's
their
gonna be Googling
menu.
it now to find out. Well, I'm going to go do it in a minute.
You can look at the menu and you'll see some similarities.
The reason, you know, sometimes you go and you see Devin and he's been kind of tired lately because I realize he just got his master's degree.
Yes.
Running a new restaurant, working like ludicrous bakery hours, and getting his master's degree all at the same time. What's your degree in?
I yesterday earned my master's in public sociology, which is why people know me, because I don't meet a stranger. I'm all about public relations.
That's funny. Well, you guys are just killing this little restaurant thing.
I hope so.
You know, their specialty, of course, is those hubcap size cinnamon rolls. And the sticky bun, like Dr. Woods and I just had a minute ago, I'm not sure he got any. It's a very unique little restaurant. In fact, you put on your Facebook page the cinnamon rolls. What were you saying, Lori? The cinnamon rolls, there's a countdown?
On the Cinnabuns. The pecan
sticky buns, yes. So they have a countdown. If you don't get there in time, they're all gone.
It's true. We make them once a week, and we try to do a surprise. So if you follow us on Facebook and turn on your notifications and such, you will get those notifications, or you'll get those, not notifications per se, but you'll get those in your newsfeed to know
as soon
they
as
have
you
sticky
open it
buns.
up, it's there. Yes. My wife, you better be quick because my wife usually goes and buys them.
It's true. Lisa is.
I think he was saying Lisa's the first one in line all the time.
A lot of the times the first one who gets a sticky bun.
And I always get a surprise when we get our food that, there's my sandwich and my chips, and a cinnamon roll or a sticky bun is always hiding in there somewhere.
Yep. And we're working on a brownie recipe, which Jack got to try.
I did. I haven't tried it yet. It's in
Okay.
the house. When we get done here, I'm going to go check it out.
So we are working on a brownie recipe to kind of bring in some other little things.
So tell us, you've got some notes here. What is it?
So our main thing is our new website, which is sparkyseatery.com, namesake, same thing, .com. One thing that I did want to talk about is our loyalty program that we have. Every qualifying dollar spent earns a point. Mm-hmm. Those points can then be redeemed for free food.
I think we did that today.
Exactly. So if you give us your phone number, once you start hitting these points, we give you free stuff. Free coffee, free bakery items, free sandwiches, free wraps, free pizzas, percentages off your order. And then if you give us your email, every time I send a marketing email, I don't like getting spam. So every time I send a marketing email, I will throw in a $2 to $5 coupon every time.
I'd open my email for that.
It's there at the very bottom of the email.
You got to scroll all the way down.
It's there every time. And if you forget that you have it, Lori can tell you at the window, it does pop up on your phone number or your name and tells you that you do have a $2 off or a $5 off.
So you won't get left out.
So you won't get left out if you do forget.
Very, very cool. Now, they did have a little technical difficulty with the original ordering thing.
We did.
With Facebook. Facebook kind of...
Facebook's update.
Facebook's really good at helping sometimes.
Yeah.
And, but you have that all straightened out. And the thing now is go to sparkyseatery.com and it's right there.
It's right there. It says order online or order now. I can't remember what I labeled it, but it's right there. Also on the website, you can go down to the bottom and click the loyalty program and join. We also have our catering options, which we have deemed family meals, catering family meals. They're there as well. Mm-hmm. And gift cards. We have physical gift cards. You can also get digital gift cards. So if you have a birthday,
that's very cool.
Anything.
The swipey ones.
We have swipey ones.
Oh,
we have digitals.
Cool. Yeah.
Yep. We have all of that. We run daily specials. Sometimes they change from what we've posted back a month ago. But on Tuesdays, we always run barbecue. Mm-hmm. Barbecue pulled pork. We have a sandwich, a pizza, a piggy mac.
We had a piggy mac. I had that today. Well, this is my second time. And it's macaroni and cheese with sweet barbecue on top of it with cheese on top of that. And it's like, oh my crap, it is amazing.
It's about a pound of food.
Oh, it's absolutely incredible, yes.
I was always told, don't trust
I'm
a skinny cook.
I'm going to go into a food coma any minute now. So if I fall down, that's what it is. But
exactly.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. It absolutely excellent. Awesome. That is neat. And you guys open like 7 days a week.
Every day,
when
even
do you
Sunday.
Sleep?
I don't.
Okay.
I just bake.
Jeez. We were teasing Lori earlier that was in the oil field business and now in the restaurant business, and it's worse. So it's the hours.
Yeah. There's no sleeping.
It is.
It is
insane.
If you guys have ever been through the drive-through, Jack has been through there, but if you ever come through our drive-through, you hear this dinging noise, and there's sensors on the front window and on the drive-through window to let us know, because we get stuck in the back.
Yeah, you're doing
baking
your thing,
everything.
Cooking.
So there's these sensors on the door, and they ding, and they ding. You actually hear those in your sleep, the dinging of this door. You think, oh, I got to get up there, and you're asleep.
The thing that's cool, I guess the first time I went in, you had just finished baking cinnamon rolls,
yes.
and they're made there. They're not imported, shipped in. They are baked right there in the restaurant, and it with the big ovens, and
Yes.
they put the gooky stuff on them. And
Lori makes all of the cream cheese icing. She makes our secret icing that is under the cream cheese icing. We call it the brown butter sauce, but Lori makes it before she starts the whole process. We make that in-house. Our cinnamon rolls, as you know, they're not little.
No, these are, anybody that's lived in Hennessey like forever is familiar with the Parker House cinnamon rolls. They were like this, and they were absolutely amazing. Do you remember those, Lori? They're in the old church. It was a big old church on Main Street, and they put the restaurant in there. And their cinnamon rolls were just amazing. Sorry, but these are better, way better. Yeah, they're big. They're like giant. Yes,
we get told that they remind people of what they used to get in school. So I don't know if it's a lunch lady cinnamon roll.
These are so big and good that you can cut them like a pizza.
You can.
You can quarter them, and everybody can get one. But yeah,
that's true.
They're really, really.
And we offer those in catering.
Yes.
So if you have a family event,
the only thing that's kind of important is that two things. One is order online. And that way, when you get in line, you're out the door. You're not waiting and all that kind of stuff. And it's really, really easy. You can reach it from their Facebook page or from sparkyseatery.com. And it's like really, really, really simple. It's just check boxes. You pick everything you want on it.
And the latest Facebook update, I don't know if you've noticed it, but the latest Facebook update has imported our menu from our point of sale system and now tags each individual picture for you. So you click it and it takes you directly to the ordering part to order that product from us directly.
And it also says whether they have it in stock or not.
Right.
So if they had a run on something, you don't have to go and get in line and be disappointed.
Right.
They tell you up front.
It's all there.
And then the other thing is, if you're going to order like 18 dozen cinnamon rolls, call ahead.
Yes.
They'll have them.
There's
for
only
you.
two of us.
Yeah, there's just two of them back there cooking this stuff, and it's a little building, but they can do it. But give them a little notice, and then you can wowee all your friends, and get the big gallon thing of coffee to go. And
we have air pots that we actually took some cookies to the teachers Wednesday to welcome them back, and we do. I think there's 5 different kinds of cookies we make, and we make them. We don't buy cookie dough. We make the cookie dough and make our own cookies.
I have to try the cookies now.
So we have chocolate chip cookies today. Another thing that I want to talk about is our hours. We did
go for it.
We are 2 of us, so we have to try to work some hours out. So we did make some changes to our hours. If you go to Sparky's Eatery, it'll pop up and tell you our new hour schedule. I don't want to read all of them off because there's different days that have different things. But if you go on there, you can see our new hours. We try to stay open later on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
That was what I was going to say.
And Sunday.
They're open late in the evening now. Not late in the evening, but they're open into the evening now. Well, you were open tonight until 7. Yeah. And then Sunday. Sunday's the big one.
Yes.
Is that you can go and get.
We are opening Sunday 11 to 7 for the lunch and dinner. We're not doing breakfast on Sunday, but we are doing the lunch dinner for after church, or if you need something before church, let us know Saturday and we can get it ready for you to pick up. We're usually there, well, I'm not going to lie, we're usually there about 30 to 45 minutes depending on what we have to do that day. Sometimes we're there 2 hours early, sometimes we're not. But if you let us know, we'll get there and get things done for pre-orders.
Absolutely amazing. All right. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
This is so cool. So, don't forget, swing by Sparky's. Tell them you saw them on the All About Hennessey School Dr. Woods Update Show.
Absolutely.
Very cool. All right. That's all we got this week. Swing by Sparky's. Be sure to run over and subscribe to the Hennessey Post, our official newspaper. And we'll see you next week.
And to all my fans, I'm signing autographs.
This week's update made possible by Sparky's Eatery, breakfast, lunch, bakery.